For the day 2, day 3 matching worksheet, this is how you're going to do this. So you look at the problem here and you decide, is this problem, do you solve it by finding square roots or do you solve it by factoring? And in this problem, there are 3 terms with an x squared and an x. So this is a factoring problem, okay? Plus, when it has that equals 0, it's also kind of a hint that it's factoring. Now, when I say that, sometimes when you have a problem like this, there is also equals 0, but if you notice, there's only an x squared. There's not an x. So when this is just an x squared and not an x, we're going to be doing finding square roots. Okay. So for b, we're going to factor. So I need to factor that. So first times last is 14, and I'm trying to get to the middle number 15. So 14, the factors are 1 and 14, 2 and 7. So which one of those can make a 15? Well, 1 and 14 can. So I would do x plus 1, x plus 14. Then I would set each one of those expressions equal to 0. So if I subtract 1 and subtract 14, I get that x equals a negative 1 and a negative 14. Alright, in number 2, it says, okay, how are we going to solve? So I see that there's no x term here in the middle. So that's going to be A, finding square roots. And so I solve this like I would a 1 or 2 step equation. I would subtract or add first. I'm going to subtract my 8. And that gives me 121. Then I need to square root both sides. So the square root of 121 is plus or minus 11. Okay, now, in number 3, we have these parentheses to the second power, m equals 36. So for this one, because the very first step in this problem is square rooting both sides, we solve this by using square roots. Okay, so A. And so if I square root both sides, I cancel my 2 out. I have x minus 4 equals, and then the square root of 36 is 6, but you have to put plus or minus in front of that. Then, to get x by itself, I add 4 to the other side. And then 4 plus or minus 6. So now we branch off. We have 2 solutions. We have 4 plus 6 and 4 minus 6. So that is 10, and that is negative 2. So x equals negative 2 and 10.